He said to me he was going to get back home at midnight. Instead, it was half midnight, so I'm bitterly disappointed.
Bit of a rebel, you know.
You broke curfew. That's a fine in the Let's Talk Sport pot.
It is.
Anyway, we're going to be talking.
25p, please.
We're going to be talking about Liverpool first of all. Are they grinding out results like champions?
I mean, it's a good question because, funny enough, when I was watching the highlights on Saturday, the one thing I noticed is that it was just one of those games where Crystal Palace have had a good. Thank you, 25p. But I noticed that with Liverpool, they still play well. They still scored 4 goals, but I don't think many people expected Palace to go to Anfield and score 3. Let's not forget at the end of the game it was 4-2, really, wasn't it? And then Palace got one back, but it was too late. And I think you look at the last few seasons, even when Leicester won the league, you need results like that sometimes. You need a bit of luck on your side, a last-minute winner to get those vital 3 points. And this is what it's all about. It's all about consistency in a division like the Premier League, and that's what Liverpool are doing at the moment. Unfortunately, as a United fan, it's killing me. But it's still a long way to go. A lot of people can say Man City are looking better at the moment because they beat Liverpool recently. They're scoring a lot of goals. They went past 100 goals on Sunday, but at the end of the day, if Liverpool keep consistent, they can't catch up with them.
So Jamie, obviously you're a Shrewsbury Town fan, everyone knows that, and if you're watching on the YouTube video, you can see him in his Shrewsbury Town gear for some reason, I don't know why. But obviously, Jamie's just said, Liverpool getting the results, 1-0 wins. We've seen Manchester United doing that down the years when they win title after title. Is it just important to get the results, or do you think it's like Rio Ferdinand said, you can't be winning games by just the one goal, you've got to be winning by more?
Well, 3 points is 3 points, so, I haven't seen Rio Ferdinand managing a team and trying to get better results than that.
It annoys me Rio Ferdinand says that because, again, we had that season in 2011 or when we won it where we had like 3 matches where we won 1-0 in a row. We weren't great, but we still got the results. So I don't know what he's saying. He was in that squad.
It's almost if Mourinho was managing them, wasn't it?
Yeah, it feels
the 1-0
in that 2-week period. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, 3 points is 3 points, and if your goal difference is useful, if teams are catching you up, but if you're constantly winning, who's going to catch you up? If you've already got that point difference on top of you, City can go and batter teams 9-0 or 7-0 or whatever, but as long as they've had that poor form to start off with, where they've dropped points, they can't catch up. So
I really honestly think Man United have a big part in this title race now because we're back in form. I'm not saying we're going to win every game until the end of the season just because we've won 7 in a row. But at the same time, both teams have got to go to Old Trafford. I don't know off from the top of my head where Liverpool have got to go in terms of rivals. They've got to go to Everton, haven't they? Or?
Yeah, I think they've got Tottenham at home coming up in a couple of weeks. Got United away coming up in February at some point.
And you've got Arsenal, haven't you, as well?
We've played Arsenal twice.
Oh, sorry.
Got Everton away, and then we've got Chelsea at home. I think it's 4 games before the end of the season, something like that. So it might go to the end. I can't see it happening on the final day of the league. If Liverpool carry on, I think they'll win it. But like I say, Man City are there, and they won't make many mistakes between now and the end of the season. So I honestly think it could be down to what United do against Liverpool and Man City. They've got to play both sides at Old Trafford.
Well, Tottenham at home's not going to be hard at the moment, isn't it? Kane's injured, Ali's injured, Son's elsewhere. I mean, Lloris is back off the booze, but Llorente doesn't even know which goal he's scoring in.
Good point. Someone pointed out to me the other day, if Liverpool win 14 out of their 15 remaining games, the title's theirs. Obviously, it's not. I can't see Liverpool, even as a Liverpool fan myself, winning 14 out of their last 15 games. But obviously, it's good to know it's in Liverpool. As a Liverpool fan, it's good to know it's in their hands.
Yeah, I think Liverpool know what the history tells them from 4 years ago. Slippery.
You have to mention it, don't you?
But it's happened, and this is what Liverpool have to get over. They've got to prove not just to themselves, but they've got to prove to everyone that have mocked Liverpool from 4 years ago that they can actually go in and win it this time and not make those slip-ups because it's happened in the past. And I know for a fact that if Liverpool win the Premier League, people will start to forget about what happened 4 years ago. Let's not forget what John Terry did in the Champions League final in 2008. He had to score the penalty to win their first ever European Cup. But then the rain in Moscow made him slip, hit the post, and then United went on to go and win. So and then 4 years later, they beat Bayern Munich, and people forget about it now because he finally got that Champions League medal and that Chelsea finally conquered in Europe.
Anyway, the other day, Jurgen Klopp was posed a question in the press conference before the Palace game about how he won the title at Dortmund. Is he using that stuff? And he said, how's it relevant to use stuff from my past in a completely different league and different situation? It's a completely different club. Do you think that's the right approach, or do you think he should use his methods from the past, really?
Football changes quickly, though, doesn't it? You know, tactics change, teams change. You know, you don't have the same team each season these days, do you? You don't have sometimes you might not even have the same goalkeeper, which is very hard for many clubs to find their number one keeper. But I'm not sure, really. Maybe because it's a strange one, isn't it, 2013? Because it was that... Well, he didn't win... Did he win? No, he didn't win the German title that season, because that's when Bayern Munich did like the treble or the quadruple. But he obviously, when he left Germany, he ended it quite badly because of the fact that Dortmund didn't win the Champions League. And okay, he won Bundesliga, etc. But I don't know what I mean. It could be a tactic. I don't know. I mean, it's down to him, isn't it? At the end of the day, we can all say he should use his old tactics. But look, right now they're winning the Premier League, aren't they? They're 4 points clear. They've still got the Champions League, and they've still. Well, I was going to say the FA Cup, but as he's a Shrewsbury man, I'm United man. We can tell you, you're not in the cup anymore. But I think for Klopp, he's. Well, whatever he thinks best. I'm not going to tell him what to do.
And stuff like gegenpressing as well. It was the big rage when he was winning titles at Dortmund, but also so was like free man defenses. Who uses wing backs nowadays in the Premier League? No one.